You know that carbohydrate, carbo means carbon, hydrates means water, CH2ON. This is the empirical formula of carbohydrate. So glucose is C6H12O6. Yes, this is glucose, you know. C6H12O6 is molecular formula of fructose, okay, and it is molecular formula of mannose and galactose. So you can say glucose, fructose, mannose and galactose all are having same molecular formula. Definitely they are isomers. So these are isomers. Now we come to our first slide. Yes, this is glucose. Glucose is having 6 carbon atom, definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atoms are there, and there are so many OH group, OH, 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 5 OH. You have to remember that glucose having 6 carbon atom is having 5 hydroxyl group, and at carbon number 1 there is aldehyde. That is why glucose is called as aldose sugar. Yes, glucose is aldose sugar. In fructose, yes, molecular formula is same, C6H12O6, but at carbon number 2 there is keto group. That is why fructose is called keto sugar. So glucose is aldose sugar and fructose is keto sugar. Okay, so glucose and fructose are having same molecular formula but different functional group. That is why they are functional isomer, means their functional groups are different. Okay, now you have to remember that OH has tendency to attach with phosphate. This is generalized statement. We will use this statement in many questions, that OH has tendency to bind with phosphate. Okay, and you know that any compound which is having OH group, that is polar. Okay, so you have to remember these 2 points, that carbohydrates, glucose is having 5 OH and 1 functional group aldehyde, which is present at carbon number 1, and due to aldehyde this is called aldose sugar. In fructose there are 6 carbon, 5 OH, and at carbon number 2 there is keto group. That is why fructose is called keto sugar. So functional group of glucose is at carbon number 1 and functional group of fructose is at carbon number 2. So you have to remember. Now you know the concept, symmetric and asymmetric carbon atom. Look at this. This carbon is having 4 valencies, and if all these 4 valencies are occupied by different group, this carbon is called asymmetric carbon atom. If 2 or more than 2 valencies are occupied by same, just like in this carbon 2 valencies are occupied by H, this is symmetric. Okay, so this carbon is symmetric and this is asymmetric, and you know any compound having asymmetric carbon atom will show optical and stereoisomerism. Now look at the structure of glucose. Glucose carbon number 5. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carbon number 5 is symmetric or asymmetric? Yes, very good, asymmetric. One group is H, second group is OH, third group is CH2OH, and the fourth group is this large one. So C5 is asymmetric. So glucose will show stereoisomerism. Okay, so glucose show yes, in fact fructose also, yes, asymmetric atoms are there. So glucose and fructose carbohydrates usually show stereoisomerism. Now we come to glucose. Yes, this is glucose, molecular formula of glucose. In this glucose molecule, look at C5. OH is on right side, So if OH is on right side, yes, this is called capital D glucose. Okay, look at me. Suppose this is glucose molecule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms are there. At carbon number 5, OH group is on right side and we call it capital D glucose. We took another molecule of glucose. In that glucose molecule, everything was same, molecular formula was same, but at C5, OH was on left side, and this is called capital L glucose. Yes, you can say that this is capital D glucose and this is capital L glucose. The only difference between these two glucose molecule is OH orientation at C5. On right side capital D, on left side capital L. So this type of stereoisomerism is called enantiomerism. Enantiomerism or capital D and capital L isomerism, or capital D and capital L isomerism. Okay, means enantiomerism means OH orientation at C5. Yes, if at C5 OH orientation is changed, they form enantiomer. You know glucon D? Yes, glucon D is having vitamin D, maybe supplemented, but glucon D means that glucose is present in capital D form, which is absorbed, which is metabolized rapidly. Yes, we found that slight change in the orientation at C5. If OH at C5 on right side, this is capital D glucose, can be metabolized in our body. If OH at C5 on left side, capital L glucose is not metabolized in our body. Okay, so question is asked that all carbohydrates in our body are found in capital D form. Question is, all carbohydrates in our body are found in capital D form. Yes, you will remember by mnemonic glucon D. Yes, all carbohydrate in our body are found in capital D form. Okay, now you know amino acid, this is amino group. Definitely is not a part of carbohydrate, but you must know amino acid HR. Sorry. So this carbon is asymmetric, and you know any compound having asymmetric carbon atom will show optical and stereoisomerism. So amino acid shows stereoisomerism. We found that all amino acid in our protein are found in capital L form. Question. Yes, all amino acid in our protein are found in capital L form. Both are question, recently asked question. All carbohydrate in our body are found in capital D form. All amino acid in our protein are found in capital L form. Okay. Now, second types, yes, I told you that any compound having asymmetric carbon atom will show stereoisomerism and optical isomerism. I told you first type of stereoisomerism, that was enantiomerism. Now second type of stereoisomerism is epimerism. The first was enantiomerism, or capital D and capital L isomerism. Second is epimerism. Okay, what is epimerism? Yes, epimerism means OH orientation at other than C5. If OH orientation changes at C5, yes, they form enantiomer. If OH orientation changes other than C5, they form epimers. We take example, okay, or in fact questions are asked. Look at this. This is glucose. We found that in this glucose molecule at carbon number 2, OH is on right side. If, look at me, this is glucose molecule, in this glucose molecule at carbon number 2, OH is on right side. If you hold this OH and rotate towards left, yes, now this compound will become mannose. So what is the difference between glucose and mannose? The only difference is OH orientation at carbon number 2. Okay, if at carbon number 2 OH is on right side, this is glucose. If at carbon number 2 OH is on left side, this is mannose. So we will say that mannose is epimer of glucose at carbon number 2. Yes, we say mannose is epimer of glucose at C2. Now this is glucose again. We found that in this glucose molecule at carbon number 4 OH is on right side. This is galactose. In galactose at carbon number 4 OH is on left side. So what is the difference between glucose and galactose? Look at this. This is glucose molecule. In this glucose molecule at carbon number, so glucose and galactose are epimer. Now look at me. Suppose this is glucose. In this glucose at carbon number 4 OH is on right side. This is glucose. If you hold this OH and rotate this OH from right to left, this is galactose. So glucose and galactose are epimer at which carbon? C4. So questions are asked that mannose is epimer of glucose at C2 while galactose is epimer of glucose at C4. Both are question. Okay. Now, so epimerism, you know. So stereoisomerism, I told you about two types of stereoisomerism. First was enantiomerism, means OH. Yes, enantiomerism means OH orientation at C5, particularly for glucose, and epimerism means OH orientation at other than C5. Just like C2 OH orientation changes, they form, yes, at C2 OH orientation changes and it form mannose. At C4 it form galactose. Okay. Now we know that cyclical structure of glucose, you will find that in pentose sugar, in nucleotide. Yes, in nucleotide there is pentose sugar, and pentose sugars are written in a cyclical form. Yes, you know, pentose sugars, ribose and deoxyribose in nucleotides are written in cyclical form, means any carbohydrate which is having 5 or more than 5 carbon atom acquire a cyclical structure. So glucose having 6 carbon atom will acquire cyclical structure. Yes, fructose having 6 carbon atom will acquire cyclical structure. We found that if glucose acquires cyclical structure like this, having in this cycle, how many atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This ring is called pyranose ring. Pyranose ring or pyrone ring. Question is asked, how many carbon atoms are there in pyranose ring? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms are there. The 6th atom is of oxygen. Yes, definitely pyranose ring is having 6 atom in the cycle, but the number of carbon are 5. This is furanose ring. Yes, how many carbon atoms are there in furanose ring? 4. Pyranose ring 5 carbon, furanose ring 4 carbon. Both are question. Okay. Now we found that after acquiring cyclic structure, we found at C1 there is HOH. Yes, at C1 there is HOH. Now look at me. Yes, this is cyclic structure of glucose. This is C1. Suppose this is OH. We found that if OH is below the plane, this is alpha glucose. If OH is above the plane, this is beta glucose. So alpha beta isomerism or anomerism. Okay. Third type of stereoisomerism. Yes, third type of stereoisomerism is anomerism or alpha beta isomerism. Alpha beta isomerism is shown at functional group. Shown at functional group. Question. Yes, means yes, glucose, the functional group is C1, That is why anomalism will be shown at C1. In fructose, the functional group is C2 ketone, so isomerism will anomalism will be shown at C2. Okay. So this is about anomalism. So three types of stereoisomerism we know. First was enantiomerism, second was epimerism, third is anomerism. Okay. Now